blue pumpkin in my face. And that's when Marvin and Terry were little. Blue pumpkin in my face and blew it out. Clear across the kitchen. Wendell was standing there drying dishes for me. He didn't get any of it on him. But it went to the ceiling and clear across the kitchen.
Burn your face?
Oh, it burnt my face, but Dad got me in this old car and he drove just as fast as possible to go to Dr. Carr's. And they told him to put double strength of mercurochrome and ice water on it. And I had one little tiny blister, is all I had. Well, I wiped it off right away, but
Your face was all red.
yeah, well, that's the mercurochrome. They go out and get feathers and things and bring them in and stick them in my hair, and Wendell and Dad do that.
Call you an Indian?
Yeah.
And Terry and I, we used to go to the bathroom, and Dad had borrowed this old rooster from Aunt Lethe.
Yeah.
And every time we'd go out there in that yard, that rooster would chase us. And we was scared to death of him. One time, we was crawling underneath the fence or something, and Terry got caught in the fence, and that rooster flocked Terry. And it was all over, and Terry's screaming and all. Dad ran out the door and picked up a club, and that old rooster took off, and Dad hit him right square in the head. Of rooster on the dead run. Dad flung that club at that rooster and killed him deader than mackerel.
Called out because it's your rooster. We killed your rooster. She said, "Don't make it. Just go ahead and eat him." Boy, he was mean. He chased those kids every time they go out there.
Of course, they probably had outdoor plumbing.
It was an outside toilet, yes.
Was that one of the times that you let Terry off of his chain?
Well, I tied Terry up a couple of times when he was about just a tiny kid, just walking. And well, we had this dead end street, and he'd keep running off all the time, and I'd blister him. And the neighborhood called him. This doctor's wife called him. Said, "Can't you find some other way to punish him without spanking him?" So I found a way. I tied him to the porch. The rope and tied him to the porch. I had to do it twice. That's all I ever had to do it. That was enough. He never run off anymore.
What was it he used to say that the guy was saying?
Wendell and them?
Yes.
Listen, listen, the cat's a pissing. Where, in the chair. Run, run, get the gun and shoot the son of a gun. Terry was so tiny he couldn't talk real plain, so went to the grocery store one day and I had to sit up on the counter. He started saying that. Someone said, "Oh, what he said?" "Oh, nothing. He just recited nursery rhymes." Wendell Howard taught him that. And then one time, I lived down in Grand River. These two front rooms were Howard and Wendell. And I think Junior was in on it too. They all went swiping watermelons. They were in this truck. The whole truckload of them went out to this farm swiping watermelons. Well, the old man saw them and got out his gun and started shooting. Boy, I'll tell you, here come Howard. He didn't even get in the truck. He beat every one of them to town. On his foot, and beat every one of them to town. Come to my house, start knocking on my door. Irene, can I stay all night? Started saying, "You get home. You got yourself into it. Just right on home. You know, I'm not protecting you one bit." Boy, Grandpa never did for a long, long time. I never did tell on the kids. He knew I knew it, but I wouldn't tell on them.
Like the time I didn't tell for stealing the watermelons out Dad's watermelon bag. Wonder if you ever caught on that was me who put the kids up to that.
I don't know. Probably not.
You probably would have.
I remember going to Grandma's and Grandma Munion's, and you walk in the kitchen and she'd have this hog's head cooking in this complete old hog's head. You'd say, "What you got cooking up there, Grandma?" And she'd look up there and she'd pick me up, and I'd look in that big old pot, and there'd be a hog's head.
Ew.
And she was cooking that hog's head.
Make mincemeat. That made
Yeah.
the
Ear and everything?
Oh, she made
Everything.
She made us a complete head.
Yeah, the whole hog. It
Didn't
wouldn't
take
have
the brain out or anything.
no, wouldn't have the ears in it.
Well, she cleaned it.
Or she cleaned the
them
eyes
all up,
off.
Cleaned
Yeah.
the tongue and all that.
She
kind of-
cut the
Yeah.
eyes out.
Oh, gross.
But she'd have that hog's head in there, and they'd tuck the hair off from it.
Oh, it wasn't. The hair and stuff wasn't on it.
No.
Well,
I don't care. I could have poked. Yeah.
She had that. Boy, I tell you, she made the best mincemeat you ever ate in your life.
She'd make homemade
Oh, man, it was
ketchup.
good.
Boy, that was good. I like that homemade ketchup.
I used to make ketchup.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I didn't tell you about the orchard. Well, after Luann and Gene were married, Gene's grandpa had this land and we bought it from him. Now we planted an orchard. We had 270 some trees altogether out there, wasn't it?
I think so.
270 some trees.
You planted most of them.
Most of them were apple trees. Well, yeah, you guys and Gene and Dad planted all of them out there, every tree, because when we moved there, it was a cornfield. We had plums, apples, peaches never did do any good. Cherries, apricots never did any good. The pears hadn't started producing yet.
Raspberry
We
vine.
had raspberries, we had grapes,
Watermelon.
we grew watermelon.
I like to cut those
cantaloupe,
watermelons
corn,
up and eating the heart out and throwing the rest of the chickens.
all kinds of garden squash and everything, ordered it out. That was my,
Paradise.
yes, my paradise, that's right. I'd can that old basement till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't care. I went out in the garden the next day and harvested some more. We had ducks, and turkeys, chickens.
Yeah, every time Dad'd go out and check his trees, he'd have cats, turkeys, and the dog all going with him.
He had just one black cat rode on his shoulder. And I can see him going down through that orchard now with those dogs and cats following him.
And the turkeys. You gotta forget-
Yeah, oh, yeah, we
forget
had the turkey following too, yeah.
Jeez, they were so stupid.
He had a duck that followed him too, didn't he?
Probably, I don't know, he probably did. He always had something following him.
Go out to the chicken house, sit out there and listen to the chickens, watch the chickens.
Yeah, I wonder where he was, and well, that when we lived there in Sheraton, he'd do that. Wonder where he was, he'd be sitting out there in the chicken house watching the baby chickens.
I used to do that. Remember the time that Terry used to ride the lamb, the dogs killed the
Mother.
mother lamb or the mother
Raised, that's the
sheep?
only one we ever able
We
to
had
raise.
one lamb in the house and Terry used to get a ride on his back, but I was always too big.
That's the only one we ever raised though.
I was always mad. Mom, Terry gets a ride on the lamb. Then the time the cow kicked me in the manure trough, and Dad hadn't cleaned it out for, I don't know, weeks or something like that, and this cow, I think it was one of Larry Dale or somebody jumped down out of the, no, I don't think they were there that time, that was another time.
I don't remember that.
But cow kicked me in the manure trough. I was crying and Dad sent me up to the house to get cleaned up. And Mom, she scrubbed me down and she told me I didn't have, and then Dad told me to get right back down there after I got cleaned up. And Mom, she felt sorry for me, told me I didn't have to go back. And Daddy come up there at the house after me and kicked my butt every step of the way back down at that barn. I was crying and Mom got mad at Dad because he made me go back down there, but I had to finish milking that one cow because she wouldn't give milk to Dad, she'd just give it to Mom and I.
That's one that somebody abused or something.
We call her Bossy or something like
No,
that.
we called her,
What was her name?
she had one horn.
Yeah, she had a short tail. She had a
I
dog.
thought you were going to tell her she had one udder.
Had one horn, but she would scare death of a man. I don't know what her name was.
Dad, he couldn't milk her, but then the time the bulls chased them on, around the bull we put the cows in the barn, and Mom was going, and the bull was in the lot, and Dad, or the bull tried to get in the barn, was it? You was out, remember? That bull chased you, and Dad threw the pitchfork and hit him in the flank.
I remember he chasing me, but
Yeah, he was chasing you.
I remember Dad throwing the pitchfork and hitting it. That old pitchfork was just going like this, and the back of that bull just run down there. finally fell out. He didn't ever
I
bother
thought that
anybody.
bull was chasing you.
He didn't ever bother anybody again.
No, but he was kind of mean before that.
Yeah. I was always scared of him.
Yeah, we never, well, me or Mom.
I always walked on the other side of the fence. We'd go after the cows, I was on the other side of the fence.
Yeah. Well, for some reason I thought that bull was chasing you.
I don't know.
Maybe he's just trying to get in the barn, or when Dad put the cows in the barn, he come up because Dad
Well,
never.
if you were a bull and you had a barn full of cows, wouldn't you want in there too?
Because Dad never did let him up into the lot, and always made him stay out in the pasture. And that time he got up in there somehow, and I thought he was chasing you.
I don't know.
Give me that other
But anyway,
Why don't you go to bed, Julie? The bed's full.
We're not done tasting
We had
yet.
we had this team of horses, and Dad and I and Terry were down picking corn. Terry was in the wagon, and the horses got scared and took off. And Terry was in the wagon. His little chin just jumped up and down on the sideboard. But he was just screaming, and I was just screaming at the horses and running after them. And they finally got up to when they stopped. They were out at the gate and they stopped. And poor old Terry, he was just screaming and going on. And Dad put him back in the wagon, made him go again, because he wouldn't be afraid. And he wasn't afraid again after that. But Dad got those horses and he took them out in the pasture. He got a whip and he went around and around and around, around a circle. They never run off again.
boy, he was mean. Nigger and Ned.
Nigger and Ned?
Yeah, that was the horse's name. And we used to it rained and we'd have to go to town, and Dad, if he wouldn't get the car out on the gravel, he'd hook down, we'd start for town, and that old 43 Chevy or whatever it was. And we lived in the hills, and you up and down hills, and Dad would get stuck, and he'd walk back to the house and get the horses and come up, and Nigger and Ned, he'd pull that whole, Mom, I think he'd steer the car, and Dad would take them horses and pull the car out to the drive, out to the highway, and then it's about a mile or so out to that highway. It was quite a ways, and then Dad tied the horses up to the fence. We'd go to town, and I think he would ride one of the horses back and get the wagon and come back after us or something like that. I don't know. When we got groceries, but anyway, we used to. Then when we go to Aunt Hazel and Uncle Rex's, we get in the back of that old tractor, and it seemed like every other time we went down there, it rained and got muddy, and we'd park the car. Dad had parked the car at one of our relations there. Who was that? Remember? He just parked the car there at their house, and Uncle Rex would meet us down there, and he had this box built for the back of that tractor, and we'd all climb up in that box. Away we go, and the mud flying around, and it was fun.
Grandma Munyon died. Why? It rained and rained and rained like that. We got out to Hazel's, and we had to all get in the back end of that tractor and that wagon. He had to bring us to town for a funeral.
Great grandma?
Oh, your grandma.
Not really.
And they dug the grave, and the walls kept caving in all the time, and they had to board it up. Then they had to put the casket on logs and roll it down to the lot, the barrier. It was muddy. They couldn't get the hearse down to the graveside.
I remember when Grandpa and Grandma lived over there, a couple of hills from Uncle Rex, over on top of that hill. What was it, north of them or east of them?
East and south.
And Grandpa made this old sled, big old toboggan sled, and they used to get water at Uncle Rex's, and Uncle Rex would take his tractor and hook onto that old sled and pull that water, put big barrels of water on the sled, take it over to Grandpa and Grandma's.
Used to get a lot of water from that schoolhouse though.
Yeah.
Where the schoolhouse was the well there.
But some of the best times we had were right in Grand River, Iowa. Every Memorial weekend.
Yep, for
When
years.
did that start?
That started, when you kids are all little. We used to, one year we went on vacation, we had a tent. And we went, go down there and Dad wanted to fish. And we asked them if there was any place that we could park, and they said to go down there in that park. But they had set up that park down there, and at that time, they had electricity, but they didn't have the wood around them, the stumps around them. They didn't go up any place in the park there. And all they had was an old two-holder toilet there. And we was the first ones to ever park down there, and they told us to use electricity because they had to pay for it anyway. We were the first ones to ever camp down there in that park. And then it just kept on going from year to year, and then finally everybody started coming down there on Decoration Day, Hazel and Rex and all of us, and it just went on from there. Just a thing every year of everybody bringing their trailers and their tents. It was more fun though when everybody had their tents and everybody brought everything in and put it in the shelter house and ate together, and anymore everybody goes to motels and it's not near as much fun anymore as it used to be. More fun then.
Nobody does it anymore.
No,
Since Dad died, just kind of went by the
it
wayside.
sure has. He was kind of the instigator on all of it.
Well, everybody moved away. And
Yeah. Well, yeah, you don't have any way to fix. Well, of course, we always took our stuff down there in coolers, and we had them lined up in that shelter house. Well, before we had the shelter, though, I don't know what we did. We just locked. I don't remember. We had this old toilet out there, and Larry was down there one time, and Wayne, and he was Larry was tormenting Wayne, and he went out this old toilet, and he'd been playing cops and robbers. And he went out this old toilet and locked Larry in the toilet and wouldn't let him out. And Larry sat in that old stinking hot toilet for about an hour and a half. And he was so mad at Wayne he could have killed him when he finally got out.
Yeah, that's right.
And what'd Wayne say to him? Are you gonna be?
He said, if you're good, I'll let you out. You'll be good, I'll let you out. He said, I promise. Wayne just kept saying, you're good, I'll let you out. Boy, Larry was so mad at that kid, he could have killed him. He started, though, because he started playing cops and robbers.
This is how interested Julia is in the story. And listen closely.
She's snoring.
She always did pay a lot of attention to her mother.
Just be sure she has her gown down, so she...
It's down.
Stay away from that.
Okay, that's all we need of her. That's all we need of her.
The Sleeping Beauty.
We immortalized your joy.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't have my legs spread apart here too.
Yeah, but you were snoring.
Are
you sure you didn't?
Probably did.
Is that aimed at Mom?
And this is Julie's face.
What?
I can't tell whether it is or not.
Well, don't. Probably aimed at my toe.